What is up, my YouTube family? We're back again with another one. Plain and simple, the guy is still on a roll. This is an older video. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. He actually goes and he says about John Holbrook. This is a story that he tells about what John Holbrook, him actually started beefing about. This is his story, not John Holbrook's. But anyways, guys, without further ado, guys, love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like, subscribe to the channel is highly appreciated. Without further ado, guys, let's get to the story. This is actually Dagburn Johnny Goble, but he actually has a story about John Holbrook. He actually says John Holbrook was beating up somebody. He got caught, or he protested, or he went to court. He told on John Holbrook, basically protested against him. And then he turns around and he actually says something totally different. Without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Let's see what actually he has to say today.
Stand for these people, even though I was just a witness to the situation. I was going to stand for these people, and they hated it because I was standing and telling the truth about John Holbrook and about the mayor. The mayor violated my rights several times, told me I could protest, then turns around, shows up after tells me I can protest on city parking lot, turns around and says, hey, no, you shut it down, because I was playing a video live of him talking to me and telling me I can protest and tell me I'm going about it the wrong way. And he heard me playing that on my live and showed up and told them to fucking arrest me.
Now I got a question. Why would you be protesting anyways? It looks like if you were protesting, you already had a problem with everybody in the first place. What was you protesting about? That's the story that you don't tell us. You don't tell us actually what you was protesting about. More than likely, it was already about your town. It was already about your state. That's the reason why you have such a problem in your town. You think everybody's out to get you. Do you really think that you telling on John Holbrook took John Holbrook against you? Maybe so. I'm not saying it didn't, but more than likely he's got bigger and better fish to fry than to be messing with you all the time. Your town doesn't not mess with you. They don't not like you. I think you have a problem with somebody. I think you have a problem with making friends, plain and simple. I think you think everybody's out to get you. I've said it before in my last video. Anyways, guys, let's see what else Johnny Goble has to say. Let's get it.
After telling me that I could protest. I've got proof of all this, guys. This all started 4 years ago. Actually, 2018 it started whenever I watched John Holbrook and Zach Stapleton beat up Larry Calhoun. I was just a witness to it. My daughter was a witness to it. My wife was a witness to it.
Okay, and if that's the fact, that's wrong. Cops shouldn't be beating up on people, plain and simple. All of us agree with that. But do you really think that's the reason why that you have more beef with him than he does you? He doesn't call you, does he? He doesn't drive by your house constantly, does he? You don't mention that. If he did, you would mention it. You mention everything else. You got proof of everything else. Where's this proof at? I'm not saying he didn't beat up that guy. I'm saying where's the proof of this John Holbrook having something out for you? Just because you have court documentation saying that you've been basically you've got to go in front of a judge because you did something wrong? Is that the reason why you're saying that John Holbrook has something against you? Because that's your fault. We've all said that from the beginning too. Without further ado, guys, let's see what else Johnny Goble has to say.
So, yeah, you being a witness to a situation, you tell the truth about that situation, you're going to catch a lot of heat from that shit. But I'm willing to catch the heat. Whatever it takes to expose this situation, I'm going to do, guys. Y'all can hate me if you want to.
Whatever situation it takes for me to make it on YouTube, guys, for me to get subscribers, because I lied to them. I steal their money and I use it for Jordan outfits. I use it for other things. This guy literally had about $2,000, $3,000 sent to this guy. And he literally used to dress in regular clothing just like everybody else. And he literally shows up after he gets his money. He's supposed to get an attorney. He doesn't get an attorney. He literally has money from people, from his fans, whatever you want to call it. I don't call it fans. I've said it before. I call them subscribers or people that wants to put their piece of their mind on your comments. Anyways, he literally got about $3,000 sent to him. And all of a sudden he's dressed in Jordan outfits. The same thing. He's supposed to have a job. He said he was going to it. Before, when he was asking for all this money, he said he had a job, or he had a job next day. He said that he had a felony, they wouldn't take him. This guy is nothing but a hypothetical liar. And I say it. So anyways, guys, let's see what else he has to say. I don't know how this guy even deals with himself as far as lying goes. I'm not slandering him. I'm not telling anybody to go after him. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm saying that this guy literally has a problem about lying, and I'm here to set it straight. Just like yesterday, he got on live and he said a whole bunch of stuff that, well, didn't make no sense because nobody's been talking about him, but as soon as he jumps on the internet, he's got to talk about Ryan Upchurch. I've said it before, Ryan Upchurch is a subscriber to my channel, and I highly appreciate that. Thank you, Ryan. But first thing you do is you talk about somebody. Anyways, guys, let's see what else he has to say.
I give two fucks, just like I said in that song. I give two shits about what you think and about your cornbread cult. They're all blaming me, saying it's Dagburn's fault. Everybody is. Don't blame me.
Ignore the negativity. Ignore the negativity.
I ain't afraid of Cashville.
What's there to be afraid of?
Oh yeah, what's there to be afraid of? Man,
He'd be out of breath.
look, man, he'd be out of breath in 5 seconds and laying on the ground. He can't breathe. He can't breathe as it is right now. You would think he has to walk around with a damn.
And then his wife's in the background, literally agging it on. You can hear her in the background saying all kinds of shit. Negative shit about Cashville. If you don't have no beef in it, then don't be in it. This shouldn't be going on anyways, in my opinion. This guy should have never jumped on the internet and put his live public on YouTube or any other platform for that matter. He should have never did it. If you're going to do that, you better walk with you and your family and keep your nose clean. We all know that. That's all you got to do is ignore. But this guy can't ignore. That's the reason why everybody tends to poke at this guy, because he comes back with all kinds of weird shit. And he does. Anyways, guys, let's continue. I don't get why his wife said that in the background. That was kind of wrong of her. She's made a mention that she doesn't care for what he does on the internet. Now she's going back. She's saying this was actually 2 weeks ago. This video was made. So this is an older video, but still, it shows you what kind of person he is talking about John Holbrook. That's a cop. That's the mayor. I don't get it. It doesn't matter. And he wonders why people doesn't like him in his town. The cops, the mayor, the system itself. Anyways, guys, let's see what else he has to say.
A breathing treatment 24/7 because of the way he's breathing. Like oxygen. He needs some oxygen. You know what I mean? Like type shit. Like, dude, and then you're doing paintings, disrespectful paintings. Like,
You need some Suboxone. You know what I mean? See, anybody could come at anybody at that point. I can make what you said and come at you with something totally different. You smoke. You probably need a breathing treatment too. You see how that gets? See how that goes? This is things you say on the internet towards people that makes people, well, talk about you. Let's continue.
dude, would you like to go to prison and get sexually assaulted in prison? Like, you're painting pictures saying that I'm going to prison and I'm gonna get raped in prison.
Roscoe, come on.
Like, motherfucker, you're a sick son of a bitch.
Now.
If you think that I deserve something like that. Whoever thinks that I deserve something like that, you're a sick son of a bitch and you're lost. You're lost.
Roscoe, come on.
Cashville don't want to fight me.
Now. Come on. Roscoe.
Yeah, I
come
seen
on.
that.
He wants
Cashville's a
something.
fat bitch. Nobody in Nashville likes him or does business with him here. Exactly, Tennessee Hendrix. Nobody does business with him. Did you?
You know what? About all the fighting stuff, I think that's for like kindergarten stuff. I think that's dumb. I think that's stupid. It's time to grow up. Plain and simple. That's what it's time for. Why else are we sitting on the internet still talking about fights and boxing matches? That's like, doesn't even exist. You know, no one's going to do it. There's certain people that will do it. Ryan Upchurch literally went to the gym, but he drove by screaming Ryan Upchurch's name. You see what I'm saying? Nobody wants to fight you. Nobody wants to box you. I know you're going to see this video. No one wants to. Plain and simple. All you got to do is just zip it up. That's all you got to do. But anyways, guys, this guy does not know how to. This guy literally sets and talks himself into something to say. He literally is the one that sits there before anyone says anything and literally thinks about what he's going to say because he doesn't know what the other person's going to say. So he reacts to what that person says right off. But instead of thinking about it, going to the bathroom, thinking about it, going to smoking a cigarette, thinking about what he's going to say. Should I put this on the internet? He doesn't do that. He reacts off his top of his head. That's what he does. He's a hothead. Anyways, guys, let's continue.
Y'all know that the artist that he's working with right now, 04 Track, and this is someone saying this that knows 04 Track real well, that 04 Track has been charged with sexual stuff with a minor. Now, I don't know how true this is, but this is a well-known person that's told me this. And
Dagburn, do you not see yourself literally going after somebody for something and spreading a rumor now that someone else said? Who cares what someone else said? Do you got to repeat it? Is it for views? Is it to make yourself feel better? Because you literally have a problem yourself. You don't want people coming at you saying you did something, did you? Then don't go at 04 Track and say something to him that he did it. Or Johnny Cashville, at that matter. Wipe your own doorstep before you try to clean someone else's. Because yours is not clean. So if you don't want someone to say that about you, then don't say that about someone else. Treat someone how you want to be treated. Let's continue.
Roscoe!
that's just some sick shit. Sick shit. I got proof of a lot of shit that y'all didn't even know, guys. 4 states, news, and weather. What's up? Reach out on my Instagram. All right, Stony back vault news. All right, Johnny stayed.
Guys, this guy got so much evidence and he's never presented any of it. The only evidence he's made is on himself and his YouTube videos. That's it. That's the only evidence this guy has is on himself on his YouTube videos. He has no other evidence of anything else. This guy literally put a news clip on his YouTube channel of Johnny Cashville, is a music producer, I do believe, of one of his boys that he actually done a track with or made a track. His name's 04 Track. He literally put a news clipping from a long time ago on his YouTube channel and made a huge deal of all this stuff. That's what he was talking about 04 Track. But yet people has called him all kinds of stuff. But he cried and his ass got salty because, well, people was all down on him about it. Now he comes along with this again. Mind you, I know this is an old video. This is 2 weeks old, I do believe. But this guy's still talking about that 2 weeks into it. No wonder why he was ordered to stay off the internet. I got all kinds of comments. He was ordered to stay off the internet. He was in jail. And then he comes on, he does the video yesterday, and all he does is talk about Ryan Upchurch. Comes with all kinds of weird stuff. He doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut. Doesn't know how to keep his nose clean. So he's Ryan Upchurch is going to build houses with hands waving in them. And singing Dagburn, Dagburn, Dagburn. He's done said it. Anyways, guys, let's continue.
If a Harlan boy. Stay the fuck out of Harlan, boy. You better stay out of Harlan, boy.
Johnny,
What?
what do you want to eat?
I want a double quarter pounder
A double quarter pounder
with everything.
with everything.
High C, orange high C to drink.
Yeah. That's what I usually get.
You spit the truth, man. There's so much you know.
You guys, this is the same guy that literally got salty, got his butt hurt because he went to Wendy's and people started gobbling at him. This guy literally wanted to press charges on people gobbling at him at Wendy's. Can you imagine going in a place with your family and all of a sudden people's... Can you imagine his face? He probably looked at him like... I imagine this dude probably put down his head and tucked his tail and started crying going out the door. That reminds me of what he would do. And first thing he did, guess what? He got on the phone with John Holbrook. That's what he did. I guarantee it. John Holbrook, I need you over here. I need you over here. This girl just gobble at me. Everybody in Wendy's is gobbling at me. I guarantee you this boy probably did something like that. Anyways, guys, let's continue.
And I know so I know you're telling the truth. Thank you, Amanda. Jose. Fries too. Yeah, we got to have the fries too. Shit, you got to have the fries too. Scooter is coming for you. Toot. Yee. Can you do a meet and geek? Man, these old men that support and worship Ryan are weird. I'm telling you, bro. They're sick. They're sick individuals. People think that I'm the crazy one. Just like Sean Parrish said, people want to call me crazy. Motherfucker, you crazy. My addiction was opiates. First, it was pain pills. My doctor, when I was 17 years old, I was in a car accident. My doctor gave my whole family pain pills, which in return got me on pain pills when I was 17 years old, which led to me getting on oxys whenever people was driving back and forth to Florida and shit like that. I got on oxys real bad. Then I got on methadone. Went from methadone to heroin and cocaine. Then it went from heroin and cocaine to methamphetamine. I'd done methamphetamine for only a couple years, but that was probably my drug of choice because that's what took everything from my life was methamphetamine. But I finally got clean, guys.
Yeah, I finally got clean, guys, but just about a week ago, I got on here because somebody actually asked me whenever my last heroin addiction or use was of something. I don't remember what it was, but they asked him when was his last usage, and he literally said a wrong date. Then he got back on and literally told the people that he used at a later date than that. Now, why would you say a date that was literally recently, and then you get back on and you say a date that was 4 years ago? That makes no sense to me. And now you're sitting here talking about this. Congratulations, that's hard to get off of. I'm glad that you are clean. But do you not see yourself? You're sitting in this chair with a phone towards you or a camera, whatever it is, talking about your addiction. That can actually help people. Now, mind you, it's probably going to change within a second because you're actually doing something that you can make a YouTube channel off of instead of wanting to sue everybody. But let's continue to see what Dagburn has to say.
4 years ago, I started going to church, and I got baptized, like I said, in front of judges, lawyers, right here in Paintsville. A judge that actually was a felony judge that's threw me in jail before. I got baptized in.
But they hate you, Dagburn. I thought everybody hated you in your town. I thought everybody literally just wanted to throw you someplace. You've said it before. You're afraid to walk down your road, remember? What happened to you? Was that just to get views? Now you're sitting out in your yard at nighttime. You're not afraid no more? Remember whenever you made that video and you asking people to subscribe to your channel because, oh, you was just so bad? And people actually subscribed to your channel because you said that you was afraid for your life in your town. But now you're literally sitting there outside in the dark talking. You don't make no sense to me. Plain and simple. Let's continue.
In front of him. I changed my life from that point on and started doing things better. And I told everybody that I was going to expose the corruption right here in my hometown. Like, if you go and look at my Facebook, my old Facebook accounts that I have, you can see this. There's proof there of everything because I posted everything, but before all this started happening with Ryan, nothing was really being said about it. They didn't really care what I was saying, you know what I mean? Because it really wasn't getting out to a bunch of people, and it wasn't going out worldwide to people like where Ryan.
But I thought you said that you was protesting in a parking lot and John Holbrook made you stop because you was playing a video. Now you're saying no one ever heard of any of it. It never got out there. Well, if you protest in the parking lot down at City Hall or wherever it was, and you got stopped by a cop and told you, or whoever it was, John Holbrook, to get off of it. Now you're lying. You see what you did? You just went back on your word. Now you're saying that it wasn't out there. But now you brought up Ryan Upchurch again. Let's see where this goes. Let's continue.
He has actually helped me expose the situation more than he knows, which I still can't stand, the son of a bitch, but it is what it is. But it didn't really start, and I didn't start having trouble until Ryan spoke up and played that video of me speaking to the mayor, and that's what caused everything. The mayor got mad about that. He even told Shane Reacts. He said he had the law, the city police watching me.
It's because of your YouTube videos, Dagburn. Look at your YouTube videos. Look what you do on your YouTube videos. You have nothing but drama on your YouTube videos. Now you're saying Ryan Upchurch helped you expose it, but you still don't like him. Ryan Upchurch done nothing to you. Ryan Upchurch never pressed any charges on you. That's just a name to get you views, to get people to subscribe to your channel. That's what it is. Anyways, Dagburn, let's see what else you have to say.
And Shane Reacts told me, he said, man, you better watch your back. And then that's before Shane went off and started fucking making fun of me and shit. Me and Shane used to get along at one point. I used to help Shane out a whole lot. And I'd give him rides to places, to the stores and shit like that. He'd call me and I'd take him to the store if he needed to go so he wouldn't have to walk. But it's crazy. And then this other guy, the Keith guy, he made a video today, said something about the social workers coming to his house. He told a complete lie to y'all, and if y'all believe what he says, my gosh, y'all blinded too. This guy went as far as, man, he put his finger in my wife's face down at her job, tried to get her fired at her job. That's what me and him had a falling out over.
Dagburn. Look, that's wrong. For someone to put a finger in your wife's face, that's wrong. That's accountability to do things that some people may not even think, because we want to actually protect them, right? But you see how your story just changed? John Holbrook, you was protesting in a parking lot. John Holbrook told you could. Your town mayor told you could. So you protest in a parking lot, and then John Holbrook comes along and says you can't do this no more. So you get all pissed off, right? Then you go and you literally say that you haven't had a chance for this to get out there for exposure. Well, you mad about videos before this, you was talking about how everybody was after you because everybody knew about everything. When are you going to stop lying? When is people going to stop subscribing to your channel? Because that tells you everything you need to know. You literally just lied again. You take your fans' money, they give it to you because they feel sorry, they subscribe to you because they feel sorry, and then you just take it from them and spend it on other things. Where's your attorney? You fired him, you said. Then you had a part 2. I said that yesterday on a video. You just don't stop. But anyways, guys, let's see what else he has to say.
I told him not to come back to my house no more. I actually used to smoke weed with Keith. I used to smoke weed with him. He'd come to my house, and he never did have any money. He didn't have a license at the time. He had our neighbor that was taking him to work every day when he would go to work and shit, and shit like that. But he would come over to my house because he didn't have no money, and he'd want to smoke for.
Now, why would you go on the internet and say that about somebody? That makes absolutely no sense. That tells me you can't be trusted. You get on the internet, you say that about somebody now. What if he doesn't want people to know that? What if he has a doctor and the doctor watches his video? Then he gets piss test dropped on him, and then he gets fired from his doctor. That's the reason why people look at people like people has looked at you, is because of things you say and the way you say it and the way you present yourself like you are above everybody else in this world, especially above the law. You're not above the law and you're not a star. I've said that before. Anyways, guys, let's continue. Let's finish this video up.
Free. I'd smoke with him. I was good enough to smoke with him. But then, the shit happened his brother and all that bullshit and all this other shit with my wife, where he went down to her work and put his finger in her face, and I told him not to come back no more. He got mad about that. And after he got mad about that, hell, every time I passed him on the road, he would flip me off or say some stupid shit. But, like, y'all think that these people are innocent, that I'm fucking really exposing. Like, I don't expose nobody or say nothing about nobody unless they're fucking with me. I'm not that type of person. I really ain't. And people will figure that out.
I gotta pause it here, guys. Sorry. This guy literally got on yesterday, and literally the first thing he started talking about was drama, Ryan Upchurch. Plain and simple. He said, fuck Ryan Upchurch, in exact words he said, and said some other things, which is ridiculous because you just literally had a minute on the internet. And you're already back to your old self? You're not supposed to be on the internet, Dagburn. And if you aren't, or if you are supposed to be on the internet, you're not going to be on there long because you're doing the same things you did before. When are you going to get that everything you doing is wrong? You're lying. You just got caught in a lie right here. I just broke it down for everybody. Literally. Anyways, guys, let's finish up this video.
One day. I mean, y'all think that I'm crazy because I post a video of me out there confronting a police officer that was abusing his power and was lying on statements to try to get me 20 years in prison. I mean, guys, I'm gonna have a reason to fucking flip. There's a reason I'm getting excited when I'm fucking talking to you, because I want it to be exposed. I want the truth to come out, and it's going to before it's all said and done. And I promise y'all. John Holbrook told Ryan Upchurch, said Johnny Goble will be in jail by the end of the night. And guess what? Johnny Goble ain't in jail, is he? God bless it. See y'all, Dagburn it.
Well, guys, his McDonald's must have been there because he got up, he walked to it. Plain and simple. His wife probably bought it for him. We all know this. But he got caught in a lie there. Literally, I just broke it down for this guy. Hopefully he sees this video and he literally is like, oh, yeah. I literally went back on my word. I literally said, and no one heard about it. And then I said everybody heard about it because I protested in my town. Anyways, guys, it makes no sense to me. This guy continues to lie, so I'm going to continue to cover it. Subscribe if you like to. But anyways, guys, love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like, subscribe to the channel. It's highly appreciated. Without further ado, guys, your boy Deuce is gone. Thank you, guys.